Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Idris Patience Adiza. On this channel we talk about health, fitness and lifestyle, and without further much ado, let's just jump right into today's video, right? So in my last video I talked about hypothyroidism, and what hypothyroidism means, it basically means a situation where your body is not producing enough of the hormones that your thyroid gland produces. Your thyroid gland is that gland located up here, so it produces hormones like thyroxine, thyroid, T3 and T4. So what this means is, in the situation where you have hypo production of this hormone, your body begins to show signs of and symptoms like fatigue, weight gain, muscle aches, heart palpitation, bradycardia. I talked about this in my last video, so if you've not seen that video, you should go and see it because it's very informative. Yeah, so in this video I'm going to be showing you or telling you like practical tips that you should do and foods that you should avoid if you are currently under any thyroid medication, you're taking any thyroid medications. The first thing would be, so for hypothyroidism, people that have been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, they are usually placed on a hormone replacement drug called the levothyroxine. So some of you might know this levothyroxine as Thyroid or Eltroxin, but these are like brand names, and the most popular one is just the levothyroxine. So if it's Thyroid you have, or it's Eltroxin, I believe it's still the same thing. So this is the hormone that your doctor is going to place you on because your thyroid gland is not producing enough of the thyroid that your body needs, and for you not to be seeing those signs and symptoms anymore, and also to manage your condition, you're going to be placed on this hormonal replacement therapy for like the rest of your life. I know it's not a death sentence, so yeah, stay with me. So one of the things is taking your levothyroxine right. I spoke about it in the last video. Maybe I should just probably do like a recap in this video. I talked about how it's necessary for you to know when to take your levothyroxine and also do it the right way. When I say the right way, I mean taking it at the right time, doing it the right way. This means you're taking it without eating and you're taking it like 4 hours after eating. This means that your levothyroxine need an alone time. You need enough time to be absorbed into your bloodstream. This is a replacement hormone, so you need to give your body enough time for it to absorb all of the content in what you took into your body. So that's why it is necessary, or ideally, that you take your levothyroxine 4 hours after you've eaten, or you wait 4 hours before eating. I spoke about this in the other video too, and I also spoke about how you should change your time if you fall under the group of people who suffer from insomnia, because a lot of people have difficulty sleeping after taking their thyroid medication in the evening, and I spoke about it in the other video. I said if you have this problem, it's best if you change your thyroid medication time to morning. That way you can better manage the symptoms that you have. You're working, you don't have time to sleep, so nothing is going to prevent you from sleeping. Makes sense? Okay, so the other thing is following up with your doctor for a regular blood checkup, which I also talked about in the other video. I don't know why I keep repeating this point, but what that means basically is you doing regular checkups, so allow your doctor to know if your body needs that level of levothyroxine you're taking currently, or your body would need like a reduced level of it. So a regular blood work would determine this. If you have high level of thyroid hormone, it can trigger hyperthyroidism, and in order for that to be avoided, you will have to be going for regular blood work. So this can be avoided. You get my point? Yes, I know you do. I'm also going to be talking about things that you should avoid when you're taking your thyroid medications. There are a lot of things that come with this hypothyroidism and stuff, but there are things that you should do if you want to see great changes in your body, because when you're not doing things the right way, your body is definitely going to show the signs that things are not being done the right way. You get my point? It applies in every area of life. When you're not putting much effort into something, you don't expect to get much result from that thing. So it's basically applies to like literally every area of her life. So with thyroid medication, yeah, there are certain food that you should avoid. And there's something called the goitrogens. Goitrogens are like substances that inhibit the production of thyroid hormones, and this substance can be seen in some certain vegetables like the cauliflower, the kale. Yeah, so if you're someone who is taking your thyroid medication, you would want to avoid these certain vegetables. I'm not saying you should overhaul your diet plan. No, that's not what I'm saying. But in order for you to see good changes in your body, you might even want to not eat those kind of food immediately after taking your thyroid medication. You can incorporate it into your diet. I'm not saying you should not eat broccoli, not eat kale, not eat all those nice vegetables, cauliflower. I myself am not a fan of cauliflower. I don't like the way it smells sometimes. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is you can avoid these things like immediately after taking your thyroid medications, like 4-8 hours. You can eat it before, like 8 hours before your drug, because these things are inhibiting your thyroid hormones. Yeah, we know that your thyroid is not producing the natural hormone, but the levothyroxine, on the other hand, is a synthetic hormone that is replacing what your body isn't producing naturally. So if it's coming naturally or not, when you eat this food, they also inhibit them, which means your body is going to continue to show signs and symptoms that you lack thyroid hormones. You see, it doesn't mean that, the thing is, you're taking the thyroid medication, yeah, but it's not showing because you're eating certain food that is inhibiting this thyroid hormone replacement function, which means your body is going to keep showing you the signs and the symptoms that you should not be showing, even though you are taking your thyroid medication. So you want to avoid these sort of vegetables. I know they are good, they don't taste the best, but some people like to eat them. Yeah, okay, so we are good. And also the other thing will be some people like to take like the natural thyroid medication. You have to be careful, okay? I know how we are in the world where some people tell you they are vegan, they are vegetarian, please just eat right, okay? Just eat right. But if you fall under the group of persons that like natural thing, and you've been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and you want to have it the natural way as well, it's not impossible, it's very possible, but it's also good that you check up with your healthcare provider. And this point is for people who use like the desiccated thyroid extracts. These thyroid extracts are gotten from like animal thyroid gland. Okay, I can't say it's bad, it's not bad, it's helpful for some people with hypothyroidism. So, but the problem is the dosing. So the dosing is not like consistent. For example, we have the levothyroxine, like I said, some of you might know it by Thyroid, or the Eltroxin, yeah? We have a specific milligram or nanogram. I think thyroid medications, I made a mistake in the other video. It's usually in nanograms, not like milligram. Please, I'm sorry for that mistake. I just remembered. Okay, so you're going to be taking, when you're placed on 75, 100, 25, you're taking this particular dose. When it comes to like thyroid extra, like desiccated ones, you're not really sure of the dosage, and it's very important that you're taking the right dose. Okay, you don't want to trigger other things in your body. Okay, moderation is key, and that's why it's not really advisable that people go with the natural thyroid replacement therapy. Okay, most healthcare providers give the advice of levothyroxine, which is the best. It's helping a lot of people. But if you want to go with that, you should also make sure you check up with your healthcare provider to make sure you're taking their exact dose. I don't know if this is possible, but just do your research and make sure you're working alongside your doctor. Okay, yeah. And the other point will be not taking things like soy and caffeine and alcohol. Okay, hold up. Tofu and soy and is it edamame? I don't know how it's pronounced. Excuse me, I've never had that before. But things like soya and tofu can be taken, but please just don't take it immediately after taking your levothyroxine, because it's also going to like disrupt the absorption of the levothyroxine, and you want to see good changes when you're trying to solve a solution, right? So try to avoid things like soy and also caffeine. For people who take alcohol, alcohol can, cause long-term, diseases like cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis. And I'm not going to tell you the effects of, taking the side effects of taking alcohol. I'm sure you do. But if you're taking your levothyroxine, it's something you would want to actually, leave behind for, a few hours. You can come back to it if you can't do it without it. But please don't take it immediately, like the 4 hours that your body still trying to absorb all of the levothyroxine into your bloodstream. Please do not take alcohol or don't take caffeine. You can, if you work a very stressful job, you work in healthcare, I don't know where you work, but if you're a fan of caffeine, coffee, please just take it in moderation, especially when you have hypothyroidism. This is very important, okay? You want to make sure that your hormones are regulated properly. So please, for the sake of your body and for the sake of the medication that you're taking to see good changes, please do not take, high amounts of coffee, okay? Please, just a cup of coffee is okay. I don't know. I don't know why this is so funny. Yeah, I think a cup of coffee is okay. Okay, back to the practical tips that you can do to maximize the effectiveness of your levothyroxine. Number one, I told you, you should please always take your medication the right way at the right time. Okay, please don't take your medication today by 8 a.m. and you take it tomorrow by 6. No, that is not consistency. You're not doing it the right way. If you're taking it at 8 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever time, please take it the next day at the same time. Do it build a normal routine, like a regular routine, something you can follow religiously, and do it the right way. Okay, and the other thing will be always go for regular blood checkup. This is very important. I told you about how it's important that you do regular blood work, because you might need to reduce your dose, and if your body is not getting enough of it, if the current dose is not working as it should, then your dose will be increased. This can only be known by your doctor if irregular blood work is done. Okay, don't forget this point. It's very, very important. And please avoid some certain food a few hours after taking your thyroid medication, so that your body will absorb all of the good thyroid replacement hormone that you're taking. Please avoid things like soy, goitrogens that can be seen in certain vegetables like cauliflower, kale, and the rest. Please, you want to avoid those kind of things, okay? And tofu as well. Yeah, I know people in the US love tofu. Please, 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 please. You can eat them, but please, a few hours after taking your drug is fine. And also, do not forget this point, that whatever you're doing should be done in moderation. And also avoid high processed food. High processed food like your carbs, and also fiber. Fiber is good, yeah. But I forgot to talk about this point. Fiber intake will also inhibit the absorption of your levothyroxine. So what I'm trying to say is, make sure you do everything in moderation, and your levothyroxine will work perfectly and optimally for your body. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Are you currently doing any changes with your time, like I talked about in my other video? Are you trying some diet plan for your hypothyroidism? What are you doing currently to fight hypothyroidism? Are you trying to put it in relapse? What are you doing? Just comment down below, and I want to see every one of your comments. And until next time, stay healthy, do everything I said in this video, and make sure you always check up with your healthcare provider. Okay, until next time.